If you go for it on fourth down, that that in the red zone, like you're probably not going to have a lot of success. You can see teams just trying to take the points because they're like, the Jets offense is getting a bunch of threes. Let me go get my three because this defense is ridiculous. But yeah, I think despite all those areas that they have to clean up, I mean, they're still kind of carrying the season again. The Jets defense, they faced the fifth most drives against in the NFL, right, and the second most plays. And some of that is the result of their third down success rate not being very good, but a lot of that is the result of their offense's inability to move the ball, right? The offense is not moving down the field. The offense isn't being efficient. The defense is continuing to be out there a lot, right? And despite that, they are still dominating, right? Like it's crazy how they're able to do that because they did the same thing last season, but a lot of this comes down to, of course, just the defense having a different mindset. I think a lot of teams will kind of be, I don't want to say, like, I think it's a natural human reaction, but it is a completely different, strong mindset to say, I don't care what happens on the other side of the ball, right? A lot of teams break down over an imbalance of success, right, on either side of the ball. Right, and it takes a really strong-minded team to say, like, oh, I actually don't care at all anymore. We have to go back out in 2 minutes. Great, we're going back out. We have to get a stop again for like the 8th time in a row because the offense hasn't scored the last 8 drives. Yeah, we'll get another stop. And now this season, it's like, actually, we're going to help you out, and we're going to put you literally right at like the 15. Like we're gonna take the ball away. We're going to put you right where you need to be. Please try and score again. Right. That's how the defense has been this season, and man, it takes a special mindset like that in order to to keep going like that over and over and over and over again. But they have that, right? They have that in that group, and again, shout out to the staff. That's a hard thing to do. And I gotta point to their second half defense because, buddy, it's not normal. They're first in average points allowed in the second half. They've given up 5.2 points on average in the second half of the season. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. The defense is giving up 2.8 points in the second half at home. They're giving up 3 points at home in the second half per game. So please keep going to those games, y'all. The home field advantage is real. It is real. They are shutting teams down in the second half, and at home, and you can sense it. Like I remember the Kansas City game, second half of the Kansas City game. I tweeted something like, "Oh, that like the week 1 Buffalo energy starting to flow through there. Like you can feel it when they make the adjustments in the second half and they start just grinding teams out. People start getting frustrated. Everybody starts getting angry. You start fighting." Like they they take teams' souls in the second half. Like it's you can see it. Like you can see like the reactions. You can see like how it physically affects teams. You can see people getting pissed off. The Philadelphia game, you saw the last drive. Like the Jets got pressure on Jalen Hurts. He had an errant throw to AJ Brown. AJ Brown got pissed off after the incompletion, threw the ball. Was kind of might have yelled something at Jalen. I'm not sure, but like it looked like he was just like really pissed off. You can just see like offenses like what is going on because they just get strapped in the second half and it's just like you're done so man their second half defense has been insane this season. Again, another credit to the coaching staff making adjustments in the second half and also making sure that their team comes out with the energy that they need. And so I think there's been a lot of like micro moments in games, and I want fans to just catch themselves when they get into this. There's a lot of like micro moments in games where the defense gives up something, or you're expecting the defense to do something, and they don't do it right at when you think they're going to do it, right? And then people get really frustrated, like, this drive they really need a pass rush, right? And maybe that one drive they don't have the best pass rush, and you're like, this defense is not what they said they were. Like, you need to look. You need to look at the totality of the game. You need to look at like how they are carrying the team through these games. You need to look at how they're keeping the offense in the game when the offense isn't doing what they need to do, right? You're giving them more chances. You're giving them more shots, right? That you need to look at the entire picture, because when you look at the entire picture, it's wild what they're doing. Um, and yeah, so I think if they can clean up their tackling, they can start to shut down the screen game better. They're going to be a top 3 defense by the end of the season easily, especially as the schedule lightens up. So keep your eye out for the Jets defense improvements for the rest of the season, and just again, like, understand what you're seeing when you watch this team every week, and understand that it's not normal. And if the offense can improve, you're going to see just even better defense than what you've seen these first 6 games. So a lot on the offense here for the rest of the season, but I think that the defense has been remarkable and will probably get better as the season goes along. Real quick before I end, I want to give one additional shout out to Brant Boyer and the special teams. Somebody was like, Brant Boyer is probably a Ring of Honor lock at this point. Honestly, probably is. This is why he's lasted as many staffs as he has. Again, they're back to first in special teams DVOA. They're first by a wide margin. Irv Charles is like, I don't know where that came from, but Brant Boyer's like, play Irv Charles. They're like, fine, we'll figure out a way to get him on the roster, right? With all the wide receiver, jumbling up that they've had to do. They get him on the field. He's